The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. U Nation Radio. It's your girl, Akila Trinae, and you're tuned in to another episode of Love Sessions. It is an exciting day today. Why is it an exciting day? Because it's my sister's birthday, so shout out to you, Tabia. I love you.
Happy birthday.
She's probably not even watching because she's at the Warriors game, so hopefully they get a nice little win for
Facebook. I guess it's okay for them to win tonight.
For us, like they did when I watched them play while I was in Oakland for Thanksgiving. But shout out to everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving break. We have an awesome show planned for you all this wonderful evening. We have two guests in the building. One you have not met before through Love Sessions, and that is Stepchild, and we're talking about everybody cheating, which we will be able to break down momentarily. And then we have another familiar face in the building, Mr. Shelton Bailey, who came back by to grace us and bless us with some music, and he's going to join the conversation as well. But without any further ado, I'm going to kick it to my left to Mr. Charles Handy.
Yo, what up? It's your boy. Hey, shout out to my Oakland Raiders, the Deep East Oakland Raiders. Shout out to Derek Carr for toughing it through. I mean, that was amazing. And I hope that we just continue to thrive. You know what I'm saying? Just overcoming any circumstances. No weapon formed against us shall prosper.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so I hope everybody was doing good. I missed you guys over Thanksgiving break, and I got some, ham, cheese, and all that stuff that homegirl was talking about. Shirley Caesar was talking about in their song.
I don't think she said ham and cheese. Right, greens, hog, lamb,
pork and beans.
You name it.
Anyways, shout out to Tangi all across the rooms. Hopefully all was well. Peace and blessings.
I went to Oakland.
Oh, what? You was in Oakland and didn't even tell me?
I didn't know you was in Oakland.
I always go to Oakland. That's home.
Every holiday.
That's home.
Every holiday. We was going like once a month, and then we slowed it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you went with Beezy?
Yeah, we went.
Because he stayed down the street. Up the street, yes.
Disrespect.
We was down the...
Yeah, you was down School Street, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he stayed...
On MacArthur.
Exactly.
Okay.
On the Mac track.
But that was my weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. And I ate good. It was very fun-filled. A lot of laughter and good energy. Yes, I needed it. We all needed it. It was really good. But I'm going to kick it back over to Detroit.
Yo, I'm Dontrell Detroit. Glad to be back in the building. I missed you guys last week.
You wasn't here last week?
You know what I'm saying. I feel you.
He said you weren't missed, basically.
It's
I didn't
good.
even know. Oh, snap.
You know what?
That's crazy.
I'm glad that you feel such a way. You know what I'm saying?
That's my
I
dog.
didn't represent for you last week.
I was. It was me against the world.
You know,
it really was.
That's usually how it is when it's just me and her. You know what I'm saying? And, she still be taking L, so I hope you did your thing.
Ooh.
But anyway,
taking L.
I'm not sure if our phones are working, but just in case they are, you can call in at 323-965-1600. Again, 323-965-1600. That's if they are working today. Technical difficulty. But we have a great show.
If not, you can call Dontrell at 213.
Go ahead.
I don't know your number.
And you got my phone in your hand.
Yeah.
So bad.
But hit us up on social media because we are Facebook Live. Are we on Facebook Live right now? Our intern, shout out to our intern, Destiny. She's over here, holding it down for us on the social media tip. So leave your comments, chime in, and via social media, and then we'll definitely address anything online, any topics. It's a deep conversation.
But anyway, so yeah, we're talking about why women cheat, or everybody cheats, but I want to focus on why women are cheating, especially why women are cheating, because guess what? I just got finished watching all of Issa Rae's. And I binge watched it today because.
Don't you say anything that's going to spoil
No, hold on.
Look,
I'm not going to do you like that because
I might.
Maybe not. I know because you are.
He ain't no good. He ain't no good.
But
I was trying to wait. I didn't know that they had finished the season, and then on Facebook, she like, why such and such? I'm like, oh Lord, so I let that go. Then I turn on His and Hers. And then they like, spoiler alert, and I'm like, this is a sports show. Why are y'all even talking about Issa Rae? But
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's a real situation.
So
I watched it with my wife last night, and it got intense in a few moments.
You can talk about it. I'll watch it.
No, and it does, but
is it gonna ruin it for me?
No, not necessarily, because I'm not typing. It didn't ruin it for me, so you good.
Okay.
But
that's not gonna ruin it.
It is one of those pivotal shows that I bless her for. It's kind of like the Ben Mary Jane thing, where like they were bold enough to show how crazy women are, and Issa is bold enough to go in depth of how really crazy women are and how in their head they are, and just how much they do and go through what men do.
They.
Yeah, you know what? Because for the longest, it's men do this and men do that and men do this. And it was good that we got on the other side of that. But
well, actually, let's not go to a song. Don, could you play this clip? Because I don't want us to just... we need some context to some of the content that we're about to go into.
Perfect.
And there's a doctor that has a book out that's talking about this particular subject. So shout out to Don, our super engineer, and she going to run the clip.
Could the cure for a rocky marriage be as simple as deleting your Instagram account? Marriage therapist and co-author of The Modern Trophy Wife, Dr. Dion Metzger, says yes and is here to elaborate. So what's going on with this theory?
Well, believe it or not, 70% of my patients who are cheating now are women. And yes. And the men say they don't see it coming. What happens is that the women get into this rut. They feel like they're not being appreciated, not being taken out, and they start seeking affection elsewhere.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I have to back up and go back to that intriguing book title, The Modern Trophy Wife.
Yes.
Does that mean that trophy wives have changed?
Basically, the modern trophy wife is not just about being the arm candy for the man and just about the beauty. Now, the modern trophy wife is going for her own goals, has her career. So we're saying the modern trophy wife is like the Michelle Obamas, the like Beyonce, like people who are going for their own careers.
Just as women's roles have changed.
Oh, yeah.
That we have to go with the flow.
Then getting back to this concept of women who are cheating on their husbands, how can simple things like deleting your Instagram account help improve your marriage or reduce the odds that you're going to cheat?
Yeah, exactly. Because, the thing with social media, it makes it so easy. If you're seeking affection, you can easily just go on Instagram or go on Snapchat where you can hide the history. And especially Instagram, you can look at everybody's pictures. But the thing is, people are using it as a channel to seek kind of those old flames and reach out to people.
Think about it.
It's easy.
It is what it is. It's flirting online.
That's it.
I'm curious because the infidelity is more women than men. It may be unique to your practice,
right?
But you see,
This is what I've noticed.
And you said they seek out old flames. In your practice, are women more likely to go to that old high school or college boyfriend, or are they finding the new unknown man?
The old flame, they already know them.
So they're staying in a comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. So like the high school boyfriend or the college flame, you're still connected because you went to school together, you have mutual friends, so it's easier to go to somebody you already know, and you might still have those feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
So talk through some of the mistakes.
The mistakes.
3 mistakes.
So these are the things that I say you should always avoid. The first thing is comparing yourself to others. And wives, don't show your husband the phone and say, "Oh, look what she got. Look where they went.
Look at that ring."
Yeah, look at that ring. It just never goes well. It just leads to drama. So that's the first thing, is just avoid doing that at all costs.
Okay.
Second thing is the approach. So if you feel like you're in a rut, don't say to your husband, "You're not doing this. You're not doing that. You don't take me here." Don't come at him with accusations. Come with suggestions. Do you want to try something new? Do you want to try a cooking class? Come up with a date.
That's
Works
so
better.
true. The same strategies I use with my children, like choices, options, how are you feeling? I use with my husband. It works like a charm. It does. What's the third trick?
Okay, the third trick is don't use the kids as an excuse. Because what happens is, especially when the spark okay, hear me out. When you have kids, a lot of times the romance kind of gets to be second priority. And you say, because we have kids, we don't have time to do this. The thing is, now you just have to be more creative. You have to plan it out, even if you have to plan out sex. Some people are like, that makes it less romantic. It makes it less special. You know what? If you have to put it on a calendar,
if that's all you're going to get, you got to go for it.
Exactly. You might even get more by putting it on a calendar.
Actually, it's incredibly pragmatic, and thank goodness the studies are out to show once or twice a week may be the sweet spot, because putting it on the calendar every single day, that's a tough one. Thank you so much for coming on. And the book is called The Modern Trophy Wife.
Yes.
All right, so we are back. You're tuned into Love Sessions. I was about to Monday Night Love. Anyway, y'all know what y'all watching. We have a special guest in the building, and we want to introduce him so we can fully get into this and unpack this conversation about everybody cheats. So please help me welcome to the show, Stepchild.
Stepchild. It's not spelled like stepchild.
Nope.
It's
like
child, please.
Like Chile.
Like how your mama said.
Yeah,
It's spelled like step Chile.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So welcome to the show.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
We are glad to have you. Now, one of the things I know is that you're not from here.
That's
meaning, L.A.
It's not Oakland.
Just to kind of initialize everybody with a little bit of your background story, like how you even got to where you are now.
Okay, cool. We've been here for about 7 months now. We've been here about 7 months. Really, you know, I was in Louisiana.
Okay.
You know, I was in Louisiana, and you know, my boy hit me up, my partner hit me up, and he was like, you know what, man, you know, we're not doing this right. You know, we want to take this thing serious. We're gonna go to LA, and I was just like, yo, LA, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So we just did it. You know, we just hopped right to it. It was really not too much to think about. You know.
Sorry, it's a buzzing noise. We listening to you though.
It's cool, man. But yeah, man, when it came down to it, where we are, man, is not really. The goals seem to be more aligned out in California, so it was kind of just seemed like if you're serious about doing the music, you know what I'm saying, you come out to California where people, you know, it's a real, you know, it's serious. You know?
What about Atlanta? You ever been out there?
Atlanta's cool, man. I like it. I like Atlanta. Atlanta's cool, man. But you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? When you're in the South, you know what I'm saying? Like, I advise anybody that's from the South to like just take a vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like, go somewhere else. I don't care if you gotta leave the country. You ain't gotta come to California. You know what I'm saying? Just leave and go see where it's like in other places. You got a lot of people, they kind of stuck in the same state of mind. You gotta learn how to break that cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just say that's people everywhere.
That's people everywhere.
You know, you gotta try.
If you're from here, you need to go down there.
I advise everybody to take a trip. You know what I'm saying? Take a vacation. You know, no matter where you're from, go swap it out. You know what I'm saying? See what it's like someplace else. You know what I'm saying?
What pushed you to take a trip?
Well, I'm big on traveling. Really, I've been in probably every state southern wise. I've been out of the country. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, we just drove straight cross country to here. You know, so that kind of knocked out the, you know, any other state that, you know, as far as like that's on I-10 I never hit. So it's just great to see new things, and of course, you know, I like to eat, so you know, I'm gonna try different food. You never really travel someplace until you try their food. You know what I'm saying? So you go there and you try different things, and you know, now you got something to bring back, and it makes good stories. You know what I'm saying? Good storytelling. Whenever now you have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought up food because I was going to ask you, what's the best food place?
Best food is in Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know, I gotta say. So you know. Charleston's number one visited city in the country. If you're living in the country, if you're coming from outside the country, it's New York City. So yeah, you know, I got the
best food.
Yeah, that's right. So well, you know, a lot of your slaves, you know, were brought into Charleston. You know what I'm saying? So like the African culture and stuff like that is still rich there in culture. And, you know, rich in the culture there in Charleston. You know, the food is, you know, it's good. You're gonna get what you ask for when you come here. So it's good.
I checked out your song, bro. That was real dope.
I appreciate that.
It was a real good vibe. And I guess pertaining to what we're talking about today is the subject. I thought it was an interesting take. Just kind of, it was an interesting take, and what people will hear is a line. I can't remember the exact line, but it was like you felt like you kind of came across some OGs that was kind of giving you some game and just telling you like, yo, you better have your fun before you get married, kind of thing, before you settle down.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Gonna be, so tell me what kind. What's the name of this track again?
That particular track is Credits.
Okay, Credits.
It's actually the first record you'll hear. You know, on the EP. The name of the EP is State of Mind. So it's Stepchild State of Mind.
Okay.
In a nutshell, when it comes down to it, when I was young, you know, let's say you go to the barbershop, or you know your parents got to go somewhere, so they drop you off here, or you may not have that, you know, that influence from your parents where you're learning certain things from them, you're learning it elsewhere. What came down to is, you know, I would get around older men, I would talk to older men, you know, just seeking out that attention that you might seek from your father or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and you get into these conversations, and they have they live a certain kind of way, you know what I'm saying? They have a certain nature to them, you know, some of them might cheat, some of them may not cheat, you know what I'm saying? But the vast majority of them, they cheat, and that's cool with them, you know what I'm saying? So, but they already lived their life, so they're looking at you like, man, you a young man, if I was your age, man, I'll be out there messing with this girl, I'll be with that girl, or whatever, so you like, word? All right, man, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely remember, I definitely remember specifically a dude who was probably just fresh into the military. I'm probably like 16. He probably like 19, 20, married, but so he young, but he telling me like, yo, the same thing. You better go out there and basically sow your wild oats while you got a chance, you know,
right?
And before you kind of and so I think that's kind of basically what we telling our young brothers out there, right? That's part of the game. You got to kind of
you know what's crazy is like we learn most of the things we learn from watching other people do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when they're young, they don't really think for themselves. They think for themselves because the idea is already there and they do it. They choose to do it. But they didn't think of it. The idea was already generated. Like, you got a lot of people, they think, oh, I live like this is my style, but you got that style from seeing somebody else do it. So when it comes to how to live, you see your big brother doing something, you probably going to go ahead and do it. Now, you think you thought about it because you made the decision to follow that lifestyle, but you really just living what you already saw because the breadcrumbs are already laid and you just follow. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Because if you don't do that, that's not cool because that's not what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. But I wouldn't say that it's necessarily to feel like you're in all the time, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just don't trust people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's where it came from. As when I was young, I started hanging out with a certain group of friends, and me and my friends, we stayed true to each other at all times. You understand? So when it came to growing up in my house, I trusted my mother and I trusted my father, but when it came to, like, I always wanted one girl. I talked to one girl. It wasn't until I seen people's mothers cheat that I couldn't trust people. Mm-hmm. I see men cheat all the time, and, you know, when you're young, it was like, well, that's normal. You know, he a player, you know, he a pimp or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when I seen people's mothers cheat, that's when I was like, whoa, the whole ball game just changed. Now, you can't trust your mama, you can't trust nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why are you
better say that again.
Yeah.
You better say that again.
Why is it a stepchild, though? What's that?
Well, you know, it's so crazy. Like, the name Stepchild, right, was actually the name of a beat. Because it was, you know, we used to work with this guy named Fred, man. It was cool, man. It was some of the most fun times, period, in my entire life. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And I made this record after we left Atlanta. It was called Stepchild. And I went back to Charleston from Atlanta. And about a few months later, you know, my little sister called me up. And she had some crazy news for me, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much in a nutshell, my mom's was in there. And she told her, you know, that my father wasn't my father.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And to me...
And how old were you again? Sorry.
At this age, I believe I want to say I was 23, 24. I'm 27 now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And at that age, you know, you already grew up. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, it's not the idea that I don't know who my real father is. That didn't trouble me. What troubled me is that I went through so many years of my life trying to gain the affection of somebody or have somebody feel proud of me that he really couldn't feel certain things because deep down inside he probably felt like I wasn't his son. You know what I'm saying?
Did he know?
He had no idea. So when I got the news, you know, the first thing came to my mind is something that always comes to my mind when somebody does me wrong. In my mind, because, you know, when you grow up, you go through things. You know what I'm saying? So I always battle hatred. I don't ever want to feel true hatred. Because I've been angry to the point when I feel like, well, wow, I really, you know, to be a hateful person, it takes a lot of your energy. And as a creative person, I don't need that energy in my creative process. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that because it makes me treat people a certain kind of way, and I wasn't raised that way. You know what I'm saying? So when it came down to it, when it happened, when I was told that, you know, it hurt. But the main reason why I hurt is because I had a grandmother that I known ever since I was a kid. And now every time I get around my grandmother, I felt like I was lying to her because she called me her grandson, but I'm not a grandson. Wow. Yeah. And it hurt me even more because I watched her pass away. I watched her last moments and everything, and she waited for me to come back to see her. The whole time I'm standing there, I'm thinking, you love me like I'm your grandson, but I'm not even your son. You know, and that I got to live with that. You know, but it's not my fault, but it is what it is. So that aspect, I mean, that part of everything, that's not what led to the project. You know, that's not what led to, you know, the Stepchild, State of Mind, that kind of thing. What really led to that led to the name. But as far as what I'm talking about in the EP, that's a combination of growing up in what I call the divorce age. All right? All of my friends, except for only one of my friends' parents live together. have a mother and a father in the house. Every single one of my friends, either the mother cheated on the father or the father cheated on the mother. And they don't being monogamous is not something they talk about. Marriage, what is that? You understand? Mm-hmm. So instead of I'm not into, you know, I want to say kissing up or simping for women. I'm not into bashing women. That's not what it's about. In a nutshell, what the project is about is this is what we learned growing up, all right? And if we treated you a certain kind of way, this is why. And that's what it's about. It's literally about me and my relationship with my mother and how it led to me to treat women a certain kind of way or look at women a certain kind of way. And the only way for me to show you the growth afterwards is for me to show you the pain that came with it at that time.
Yeah.
So,
and you was talking about, I keep asking, because I was jamming to your track, so I mean, you was talking about, I had your mom was playing bingo or outs or something, right? I'm serious.
Let me tell you, right? So for all y'all out there who got moms that is married to a husband or something in the military, a lot of times in the military base, they can go out and they go play bingo, all right? So you bingo, that's something, you think that's something only old people do, but not a lot of them do it. They win good money. But anyway, long story short, we would get dropped off or left at home all the time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we were old enough. You know what I'm saying? We, you know, we tough kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal at us. We growing up because when we grew up, the village still existed. There ain't no more villages no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't know your neighbor no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You walk outside, you don't know who lives next door to you no more. So when we was little, you know, you can walk outside, you knew who your neighbor was. It was situations, though, when she might want to go a certain kind of place, she might want to go there or wherever and drop us off someplace where I don't know where I'm at. You understand? And I am going to wonder when she coming back because she sometimes she didn't come back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it was. And to me, didn't bother me as much as until it would bother my sister. Because growing up, you know, I believe they would tell me even since she was born, I was always real protective of my little sister. Yeah. And for the majority of my life, I want her to get away from me. Like, yo, you're annoying me, you're getting to my nerves. But if she was sad, then I was sad. You understand? Yeah. So when it comes down to it, that's what kind of brings me back in a sense of, okay, yeah, I want to run around. I want to have like 5 girls, you know what I'm saying? I want to have like 5 girlfriends or something like that, you know, that I talk to. But now I got nieces and I got little sisters. I don't want my little sisters and my nieces to, you know, feel like that's okay for them to be treated like that. But at the same time, I'm going to let them know in these records that dudes do treat women like that. And dudes are hurt too. So don't be thinking it's just a crazy world and there's no cause and effect. There's a cause and effect, and this is it. So that's what it's about. So
I just gotta say this because I remember being in the military. I remember when I came out and I was coming from Iraq, and it was the most craziest experience. Because when we first got to the base, thanks. Shout out to my cameraman over here from my Facebook Live. But so I was coming from the military. I came to our base in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. It was me and my boy, and we was the new dudes coming to this base, and all I know is these 90% and the 80% of the base of these dudes are literally off to war. Right? It's a ghost town, but the clubs is full of women.
Right.
It was just, I was just tripping. I'm just like, wait a second, the clubs was full of women, but all the dudes and coming to find out these is women, dudes who's fighting in wars, wives and girlfriends and. Right, you know, and it was just like it really put a lot of made me, that particular instance definitely made me feel a lot of trust, have a lot of trust issues too, because you're like, I don't want to be often, you know what I'm saying, somewhere, and next thing I know, my girl, my old lady is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. But one thing, like I was a kid, you know, my father was in the military, you know, my mother, you know, was home. But then when as I got older, I ended up being a merchant marine. So I'm a merchant marine. You know, my girl was at home. You know what I'm saying? And she can be wherever she want to be at, you know. But what I learned, you know what I'm saying, from both scenarios was a lot of times, you know, there's a misconception with dudes. See, we go to the club for one thing, and we assume that girls go to the club for the same thing.
Yeah.
that ain't the case. You literally can find a girl in the street who went to the club because she liked to dance. You know what I'm saying? You literally, you can find girls that want to go out because they want to dance. See, girls want to have fun in a different way that we want to have fun.
Well,
but we don't respect that because that's what we think.
Yeah. So everybody, you know,
and we'll get into the specifics of that after our break. But we want to know about this song.
Okay.
What song you talking about?
Credits. So we're gonna go to the track.
Oh, well, we're gonna play the track right now. We got Stepchild, Credits. DJ Handy. Q, what's up? Yeah.
This is it.
Open your eyes, close your thighs, and open up your ears. This a message to my peers, some shit you got to hear. So many others out there searching for that special person. Learning from the bitter, it ain't worth it, let me testify. It's taking me out of my element, one by one, I'm losing hearts. The rabbit is losing the race before the tortoise even starts. Dear lover, I'm playing this LL Cool J all day in my car. I pray to the Lord above, and it was just a shooting stars. Dear Lord, where's the love? I done fell in love with drugs, and all I needed was my mama's love. Before I heard of an Obama or an Osama, I was dropped off in a project with a young woman named Tonda. Tonda and her friends would always talk about their sponsors, their husbands, their fuck friends, and all the men that they conquered. And I was thinking, mama has to come back to me, there has to be a reason. Maybe she's running errands, maybe she's playing bingo. Miss Tonda ain't much of a cook, she makes some mac and cheese I'm eating, and these orgies is talking, and I'm picking up on the lingo. One said he found a queen and shit, it sounded nice. Another said, before you marry son, think twice. He said, when you're young and dumb, shit, live your life. And fuck everything that was before you find a wife. Yeah, I know it sounds wrong without a metaphor, but what this fella said next really set the course. He said, when you at your house on the couch, they out. When you think they're playing bingo, they out trying to mingle. When you think they're home sleeping, they're somewhere out creeping.
You'll find out when your oldest son, everybody cheat.
Yeah, when you at your house on the couch, they out. When you think they're playing bingo, they with another man dingle. When you think they're home asleep, guess what? That's when they creep.
You'll find out when your oldest son, everybody cheat.
Okay.
We don't know.
Well now. We're back. And I was trying to listen. But I like the sound of it. I really do. I mean, I was like trying to.
She never played it in the house, so nobody in here actually heard it if we didn't have on headphones.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yes, that's right.
Well,
you didn't play it. I said you didn't play it in the house.
Oh, I heard it today.
Because you had on earphones, Craig.
I had on headphones too, so I didn't.
That's why they vibing that.
Right. So I'm hearing it. And
yeah, shout out to everybody
in
the house in the crib.
I feel.
Oh, you heard it. It was fun.
I feel.
No, it was credits, right?
Word.
Yeah, credits, and everybody cheats is kind of like one of the lines of advice that he was given, and yeah, that's kind of like what we were talking about. Is that's going on in these.
So what I would like you to do, for the sake of adding context to your song and for the conversation, you say everybody cheats. So can we identify or define what you're saying cheating is?
What I'm saying cheating is?
Yes.
All right. So I'm pretty sure every single one of us been in a relationship, right? You know, everybody had a boyfriend, everybody had a girlfriend. Something like that.
It's complicated.
You know what I'm saying? It's complicated like that. All right, but in a nutshell, it's kind of like this. You give your man a certain kind of attention. You give your woman a certain kind of attention. At least you should. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, men, we kind of not so as much as in tune as the women are, but your woman know when you're giving somebody else that time or that attention that you're supposed to be giving her. right? She can tell. Normally, you probably can't tell because if you can't tell if you're not in tune with your woman. That means you got to get your act together. You know what I'm saying? But normally, you can tell. Now, as soon as you actually start giving that level of appreciation, and most people are going to disagree with this, but as soon as you start giving that level of appreciation that you're supposed to be giving to your woman to another woman or vice versa, in my mind, my personal opinion, then you're cheating. Most people will say, oh, you had sex with them. That's cheating. Or now you kissed that person. That's cheating. But as soon as you start lusting over that other individual, you're not necessarily cheating until you, let's say, for example, it's like this. You look at the menu, right? But as soon as you start buying stuff off the menu, then you cheat. It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty much how it is. Because a man gonna look at a woman, and a woman gonna look at a man. I don't care what you say. I don't care how good looking you think you is. Your wife probably gonna look at Morris Chestnut. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how fine you think you is. If your husband see Tiana Taylor on that Kanye West video, he gonna be looking like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as he start coming home with a Tiana Taylor and she start coming home with a Morris Chestnut and she texting him and she talking to him and all that attention is going elsewhere, then somebody's messing up. That's how I see it. Yeah, I can't trust you if you playing both sides of the fence because I can't trust my homeboy if he playing both sides of the fence and we just homies. You know? So you supposed to be my teammate and we not teammates if you playing for the other team.
Tequila Trinae.
Yeah, I'm waiting on this.
Oh, what? I don't disagree.
Okay. Good. So what do you got to say about it?
I thought that was a great explanation.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's take this a notch further into the social media world because she's big on that.
Oh my.
So let's take that same premise and apply it to social media and let's say time spent clicking likes.
Yeah,
do you see
that
it
was
as
talked about in that book too. Because you know these women is the ones that slide in the DMs. Just so y'all know.
Do you see it as the same situation?
They're sliding in the DMs of people who are in relationships that are responding to the messages, which constitutes
I'm just saying, we just heard
so the women are cheating is what you're saying. This long, elongated, elaborate is what you're saying. The women are cheating.
That high school quarterback, she like, hey, look, it's going to be the extra Y's at the period of the end. Hey.
I mean, realistically speaking, like, let's be real. If I walk up to a girl in public, right? We ain't even got, say we got eye contact. Let's say we don't have eye contact. It don't really matter. Let's say I walk up to her in public and I give her a compliment and she say, thank you. All right? That's the real life version of her posting a picture and I like it and she actually goes, or I comment and she actually goes on the comment and she say, thank you. You understand? Let's say I comment on a girl. If I comment on Facebook and then she go on Facebook and she got the time to say thank you to me after like 37 dudes just did it, then she giving me play. Now, she don't think she gave me play because it's just social media. But anytime a dude say something to you and you respond, now you giving him play. You giving him leeway. You got to look at it that way.
So hold on. So let's say you see her. Let's say you be you, and you be you, right? And you see her.
That's right.
In the street, and you walk by, and you say, "I like your earrings. You look pretty," right? And she says, "Thank you."
Now she just tell me thank you.
I'm giving you play.
This real life.
Okay.
This the difference. This real life. All right. And real life, if she's a real lady. And even if I'm just holding the door open and I say, I like your hair, because, you know, a lot of times I see a sister and they got that hair that only our sisters can grow, I'm going to say, damn, I like your hair. You know what I'm saying? Right. And she say, thank you. And, you know, that's cool. Now, if she say thank you, and in real life, she can look at me a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? In real life, she can give me a certain kind of attention.
Certain kind of
look. Now she giving me play.
Okay, so
what makes it
on social media, nobody has ever given you a compliment and you, in a shallow way, just said thank you and meant nothing by it.
And social media, internet is made to be fast and it's made to be impersonal. All right? If you got 500 or you got 150 people liking something or 30 people giving you a comment and you choose one person to say thank you to and have a conversation with, you are giving him play.
How is it not arbitrary?
Huh?
How is it not arbitrary? If
I can see
But to me, it would take more than.
I need to just make something clear.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're on the street and you see, something that you like as far as hair, clothes, whatever, you give a compliment, beauty.
That's nice.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you are on social media and you give a like to someone who is half naked and or naked or
they don't have to
whatever,
be half naked.
They can be half naked.
Yeah, you're right. I said they don't have to be.
But they don't have to be, no.
Right.
But there's a difference in that because everything you see as a man, you don't go around, let's go back to real life, you don't go around saying, oh, I like your eyes, I like your hair, I like your breasts, I like your butt, I like your feet, I like your toes, I like your... You don't do that. You might, hold on, let me finish. You might take it in, right? And you admire it, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you as a man in the same way as a woman admiring those things. When you go out of your way, right. To go, and we're specifically talking about in real life, if your girl's not around, she doesn't really know who you're liking or complimenting.
That's
correct? But if she's there with you, just like she could be there with you on social media, then now you're making it obvious. So now you're going out of your way to make it very clear, not only to her, but to the rest of the world, that this is something that you're taking interest in or that you like.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's the only difference that I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with you admiring, you liking, and even lusting after something, because that's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just being realistic about it.
Right.
But like you said, when you start ordering off the menu, when you start, let's use another analogy. When you start putting things into your favorites box before you go to the checkout,
right,
that's an intention.
Okay, so let's classify what would be putting something in a favorites box on social media, because everything that you just said,
the DM,
right? Okay, now that makes sense. If you or in
the DM is like a wish list. There's favorites, and then there's a wish list, and then there's the checkout.
Semantic. No,
I was online today, Cyber Monday.
Meeting in person, coming from virtual reality. Checkout is actually coming in contact. If you look. I'm saying if a person, if I'm looking at a woman and she got body, right? And I say something, oh, you look nice, right? She doesn't know what I'm saying she looks nice. She doesn't know exactly what feature, whether my girl is there or not. You look nice. It's the same exact thing as if I see a woman, if I see a woman that looks good via social media and I hit the like, or I say, you look nice. If it's that vague, she doesn't know exactly what I'm saying looks nice. She just looks nice. Now, if I'm not saying, hey, you know what? That ass is right. I need that tonight. Give me that right.
You're talking about intention.
Yo, that was bars right there.
See. And I'm talking about intention.
Okay, but that's my point. To your point, intention. From a thank you to a you look nice, there's no intention there. There's only what's interpreted from the other party who doesn't like it because they don't know what the thank you or the nice is. So, just how he said, go ahead.
Oh, I think there's too much emphasis on real life and social media.
But that's my point.
I think it's
we take too much when it comes to cheating. I think a lot of it when it comes to like, I'm only gonna get mad at something if I feel like my shit isn't right in that department that somebody else might be looking at. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody's looking at, oh, he looks nice, I'm not going to get jealous at he looks nice if I don't feel like I don't look nice.
Well, that's personal. I wouldn't say
can we just also address
but that's
we're
my point.
dealing with the service level, right?
Well, he just asked a question about social media cheating, I guess.
Okay, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. There's a service level of...
That's not cheating.
That's what I'm saying. Right now,
thank you and you look nice isn't like cheat. That's not cheating on social media.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
We are all on the same page with that.
Yeah, and what I'm just saying is that there's people that actually that there's flirting, there's whatever, but then there's actually like when we're talking about where he's talking about people actually making plays, connecting,
right?
Actually getting down, getting butt. Like it ain't an innuendo. Like, oh, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But in order to get to that point,
there's levels, obviously.
Right, but in order to get there, as he's saying, I'm going based on the context of what Stepchild said. He said, you like. The girl has to basically respond.
That's
right?
the part I disagree with.
And he said that when in responding, if she's choosing one or two out of it, because she could easily just go and like, right? All the reply or the comments, right?
She could,
but the fact that she's replying to his initiation is basically what it was, right? Now, on social media, you see things that you like it. If she, whoever she is, responds to you saying more than thank you and she's giving you play, now the ball is in your court.
Right. So what I'm saying, what I'm saying in a nutshell is this: I ain't saying right away you cheating, but that's give and play. All right, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you walk up, if I got a girl, I'm gonna just say if I got a girl, and you walk up to my girl and she my girl, and you give her a compliment, yeah, she gonna say thank you off top. You know what I'm saying? She gonna say thank you because she's a lady. You know what I'm saying? Now when you gonna, some dudes off top, most dudes, 90% of dudes, if he really approaching her like that to holler at her, because most of the time you on social media and you see a girl and she look good to you, you're not giving her a compliment for no reason, because we all know as men we don't do nothing for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
I get plenty of compliments for no reason.
You a nice guy. you want in a few. But I'm gonna tell you just like this: when you go on Instagram or you go on Facebook and you see a girl and she butt naked and pretty much she naked, she's showing everything. You can't even see her face. All you see is her ass. You know what I'm saying? And you tell her she's beautiful, you don't even know what her face look like. How is she beautiful? You know what I'm saying? So
what if you take in the essence of different things? We talked about the essence of different. We talk about the essence of a woman's curve all the time. Yeah. And so for some people, all you need is a face. For some, you don't need that at all.
What I'm getting at is this.
Some people just like feet.
Once you.
Don, don't look at me.
Really though. Once we all know as dudes, the more rope you get, the more of it you gonna pull.
I understand.
So
that.
what I'm saying is, women already know. You know what I'm saying? So a woman that feel like you approach, a woman that feel like she not finna give you no play, she is not finna respond to you.
We still missing. We still missing the whole aspect of what the woman was talking about in her book.
Jump in, girl. Yeah. I hear you like.
I'm sorry.
Look, Tangi, I'm gonna pass you the ball. Look, because we just addressed the fact of the woman that was saying, "Hey, these women out here, they're cheating," and so why what they're doing is they connect people that they had previous, they went to high school, they went to college with, and they feel comfortable with those previous
relationships. Those are people that are liking and commenting on their photos.
That's right. There we go.
So what does that have to do with it?
But we can get that. Let's go.
Place too much emphasis on social media because if you have that type of behavior in life, then you have that type of behavior on social media, and vice versa. It's not you're different. I mean, some people are different people on social media than they are in real, but it's all in the mannerisms on how you handle things. It's just the internet.
And if you're about that life, you're about that life.
Right. Regardless if it's in person, because before social media even existed, people were still getting played. You get what I'm saying? So,
but I definitely think there's an aspect which I'm just going
to make it a lot easier.
No, I just think
it's a portal.
It makes it easier, but I think that there's that's how red flags or and
that's the reason why people
what is this? And then it's it's not even so much that it's so much that other people are now viewing what your partner may be doing. It's not even anything else. It's just what others may think.
I feel
and then it puts you in this panic mode.
I feel like it can be a bit extreme sometimes. People can take things a little out of hand. But at the end of the day, I feel like people are also a little bit, you know what I'm saying, their emotions are a little their feelings or let's say their principles, for example, a little bit, out of whack because of social media. There's certain things you would have never done. Yeah. If social media didn't exist, you know what I'm saying, you now do. You know what I'm saying?
It's called FOMO.
Yeah.
FOMO. You don't know the tone.
Fear of missing out. FOMO
exactly. You got dudes that would never approach a woman, you know what I'm saying, in public. But they'll get online and they're going to say things to you that they wouldn't. You got dudes that would never say, "Hey, how you doing today? Whatever, you beautiful, blah, 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 blah." They would never say that in person, but they'll say it to you on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So when I say they're giving you play when they respond to you or anything like that, what I'm getting at is this: you normally had to work to get a girl phone number to text her.
Yeah. Yeah, now you can be.
Now all you got to do is get on there and you can send her what you want to send her. Now, depending on what she chooses to say back to you,
you even have more access to them.
Depending on what she. So I'm not saying automatically if y'all talk, then y'all, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, realistically speaking, if you want to be real about it, majority of the time that people talk on, majority of the time a dude spends his time speaking to a girl on social media. If they don't already know each other and they ain't already friends or something like that, he trying to get play. And he feels like he's getting it. Not saying she is giving it to him, but a man, we are hunters. If I feel like I can catch you, then everything you do, when I say something, every response you're giving me, that is play to me because now I have more room to
Now, I agree with that. My only issue with it is, to her point, first off, social media for the most part is just indicative of who you are and a manifestation of who you are. Now, the difference between social media now and not having it is most women don't want nobody that nobody's attracted to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what? They don't want nobody that don't nobody else want. So they get the dude that everybody wants, or the dude that they wanted, that they found attractive. They know that he likes women. As you said, he's going to look at women even when he goes out. They know if a woman graces his presence, he's going to look. He may even speak. But the difference is, let them now take a couple, that same woman that knows her man looks, and a woman walks by. Now, if he looks, he better either do it with etiquette or not look at all in her presence. Granted, she knows he want to look. She sees that ass. She sees that body, but he can't look. Now, bring in social media. He likes a picture. She know he looks at women. She probably know he's scrolling in front of her. Now, if he never likes a picture, but he scrolls, she never sees what he actually likes. But if he likes the picture, she can actually see what he actually like, and now she can take that as an attack against her. It's just the truth that has no real relevance to it at all. What is the truth? That he likes women, that he looks at other women. I'd rather him look at it and do it away from me and I not know, as opposed to do it in my presence. Same rule I give my girlfriend. If you see her, I see her. Guess what? If she catches your attention, she catches my attention. I'm not going to stop you from looking at some other cat, because you're going to do it anyway. Mm-hmm. Women are slick with it. They'll make a comment on a random dude saying something that they may not like about the dude, but they really see him in and that's how they say it out loud.
I did that 100%. I feel like my girl can look at who she want to look at. That's cool. But now, as soon as my girl look at who she want to look at, and she feel it's necessary to walk up to that brother and approach him and tell him that she like what she looking at, you understand? Then we got a problem.
Hey, it's whatever floats your boat.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's when
it changes. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna never have that problem.
And also, on the social media tip, I just say this: there's a thing called FOMO, and it's a big thing that leads to a lot of people with depression. It's called fear of missing out, and because of online, that's the social media aspect. People see. They're actually getting depressed because they see so many people's lives online, and they're able to see like, damn, I wish I was there. Oh man, all my cousins was at this party and I didn't go. Or so you see this. So a girl that sees a dude or a life that she wants or a life that she expected to have at one point, and so now that was what the young woman was talking about in her book, was just like that aspect of fear of missing out is an aspect that plays into why people are reaching out via online and social media, because of the access to people's lives that you might have grown up with or had some kind of relationship with previously, and now are able to access them directly and see like, damn, this life that they have, I want this. I want a part of that.
That's kind of why I say people need to take vacation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Get out of the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, you spend your time, you watching other... Man, I literally, just like a few months ago, I literally met a girl and she would sit there on the internet and talk about Kylie and talk about how she want to live her life, and you know, she would talk, her phone broke and she talked about committing suicide because she couldn't look at her life no more. And you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know it's real. Yeah. And they really feeling like that. Like, people really feel like that.
Everything,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when I'm thinking about that, I'm like, yo, this is real life, though. You can really get up and get in your car and go out. You know You know what I'm saying? And live how you want to live. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. You ain't got to be like the next. Everybody is not made to be the same person. That's a really boring life.
It is, and that's why women cheat, just to tie that on both. But we really gonna get back into women cheat when we come back again. When we come back again, we also got Sheldon Bailey coming up again. Speaking of coming up again, we got Sheldon Bailey featuring Nasia Tamar. Nasia, I did that right. Yeah, DJ Handy, cue us up. Yeah.
I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. I'ma come up again. I'ma come up again. We gon' come up again.
I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. Wash my sins away. And it feels so good, like I knew it would. This time it's different. This time I know what to do, and then stay true.
I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. I'ma come up again. I'ma come up again.
I'ma come up again.
We gon' come up again. I got a trail of broken hearts leading to my door. I don't want them no more, but they mine forever. Do I collect more or change forever? Can a player change ever? Like trying to get a bird to change its feathers. That ain't my pigment, that's within. I've been drilled since a kid. To smash and grab, replace and reload. Dating multiples, mingle at socials, close deals. Like real estate, real stakes that people carry. Some bury, but the bones still lie. Mouths, eyes lie, but mirrors don't. I look into my soul and I know. I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. I'ma come up again. I'ma come up again. We gon' come up again.
I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. Wash my sins away. And it feels so good, like I knew it would. This time it's different. This time I know what to do, and then stay true.
I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. I'ma come up again. I'ma come up again.
I'ma come up again.
We gon' come up again. I did damage to me, really. I ain't a player, really. I'm a lover that's silly with a good willy. A good heart with cool intentions like the movie. I wanna love you and hold you forever. Sometimes, but I wanna run whenever, anytime. I'm like the wind is clever. Sometimes, breeze in and out, tongue many mouths. I got a few miles, should I put it down? But we turn up and then she dumps her runs. Now I'm stuck, beat to the punch, beat myself up. Sometimes I flow, some things I can't let go. She was so dope, I know. I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. I'ma come up again. I'ma come up again. We gon' come up again.
I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. Wash my sins away. And it feels so good, like I knew it would. This time it's different. This time I know what to do, and then stay true.
I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. I'ma come up again. I'ma come up again.
I'ma come up again.
We gon' come up again. You ain't gotta be a sucker for love, but you a sucker if you never love. Most women ain't bitches or women ain't hoes, but we treat it that way. Yeah. We spit it that way, but it probably won't that way till we turn them and burn them. And some scandalous joints, true indeed. But what about me? What about you? Learned behaviors carried us through. Now we here, and it's clear. No spouse, 2 kids, 2 women still not through. Looking for you. Who? Me. I know. I'm just riding through the rain, overcoming the pain. I'ma come up again. I'ma come up again. We gon' come up again.
Rain, overcoming the pain. Wash my sins away. Feels so good, like a night at
All right. Well, we are back. arguing with each other.
That's right.
During the break.
And change the whole narrative. Somehow
No.
About women cheating.
But I did want to say this because this is just how I feel. Social media, too much of it, you know what I mean, in excess, can become a problem. I know Charles was making a joke about it not being not being a gateway drug and blah blah blah. The reality is that if we did spend more time traveling or spending time with your mate, your spouse, your whatever, then you have less time to be distracted by the things that are on social media. The reality is that if you are consumed with social media, then those things that are on there, the excess of women, the excess of men, the things that people are doing, their bliss, their non-bliss, their all of that stuff can and will have an effect on your relationship. It's just what it is. And even in that clip that we showed as far as the doctors was talking about, it's talking about a woman getting to a point where she may be depressed in her relationship. So she's turning to, right, this medium that we have now that is social media as her outlet of these are things that I'm going through and feeling. She's expressing all the secrets of the relationship because it's there. And she's also having access to people. They didn't say strangers. They said people that these women know. So exes, friends that they grew up with. And what seems like, especially even to the woman, right, because we're going from two different perspectives, the woman is like, oh, I'm just talking with an old friend. You know what I mean? Dude is like, oh, I'm getting played because she's talking to me now. You know what I mean? And so it doesn't matter what the intentions in that instance are. There's misinterpretations, and now it can go a separate way, and now it can be taken in a different way, and then it can have an effect on the relationship. The ultimate thing is we want to be able to have a solid relationship where it doesn't matter what your activity would be on social media, that I would trust what your activity is, and I wouldn't even have to question it. I wouldn't have to follow you to follow and make sure, you get what I'm saying? Or my intention in following you shouldn't be to make sure and see what you're doing, because that's not a way to live. That's not even a relationship that you want to be in, because now you're worried at every single moment. But like I've said before, I am not going to say that it hasn't had an effect or it won't bother me, because then that would be me being dishonest, trying to act as though I have all this confidence in myself. And let's say my fiance, if he was all liking all these other women's pictures and giving them comments and all of that, do I trust him? Absolutely. But after a while, I'm not going to say that that's not going to have an effect on me. That would be me being dishonest. You get what I'm saying? It's not something that I worry about currently.
Yeah, I'm saying,
you don't have a mic.
Shoot. Sorry. How do you know about what he's... I mean, the only way that you'll know personally somebody's particular activities or behaviors on social media, unless you following that person or have access to their codes, which all those are kind of
pretty cut and dry.
Even still, just with
but I'm
all
saying
of that,
you're going in a bad direction. I'm saying that if you happen to monitor a person,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're like,
that's your intention.
Yeah, if you got their phone synced up or however you need to do it,
because some people
at
are
that
linked.
point you kind of already have some kind of inclination that things aren't going in a good direction, and it's, you just need that confirmation.
Or which really happens, as Tangi mentioned, that you're not just connected to the one person on social media. You're connected to other people that are connected to you. So even if I disconnect or Tangi disconnects, as a woman, I'm sure there are other people that we know that may be connected. So sometimes when you don't even care or you don't even want to know, when you talk about that panic mode, it's like, why do people keep telling me about your activity on social media? You get what I'm saying?
That's some hating friends, it sound like.
Well, I want to get back. I do want to get back to the why women cheat. And I want to take the premise of what she was talking about on social media, but I do want to remove social media because women just didn't start cheating.
We have to look at what cheating means.
True, and for each relationship, it will be defined differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for what's cheating for one may not be cheating for another.
So if you having sex with somebody, is that not cheating?
What's cheating? No. That's not even the case, because you have people that deal with polygamy, and so like that might not even be the case.
I mean, I think if you really want to, like we were just talking about a second ago, if you really want to cut cheating just dry and you just leave it like so it matches all situations, cheating is just like this. If you a bicycle rider and you ride in a race, all right, and everybody knew.
He said cut and dry.
Everybody knew. Listen to me. If everybody knew you was on steroids, but they still got in the race,
straight up,
that ain't cheating. If they knew that you was on steroids already, then they knew they was getting info.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you get in the race and they didn't know, and you won,
cheating is an unfair advantage. Yeah, that's an unfair advantage.
But okay, but even before that, okay, so as I brought up in
you must not saw the Lance Armstrong Oprah interview. No, because he rolled her eyes at me like I was.
It was just bad. But in my opening salvo, when we talked about the Issa Rae joint, and Issa Rae, and I don't know how many people sat there and saw it.
Spoiler alert.
But I want to talk. I don't necessarily want to talk about what happened, but I want to get into the reasons of why women cheat. In this, one of Issa's best friends says you don't even deserve him. Now, one of the things that was going on is he's lost his job, his business never got off the ground. Issa's boyfriend.
Okay,
it never got off the ground. Right now, the person that she cheated with, this has nothing to do with social media.
Spoiler alert.
The person that she dealt with came from her past. You know what I'm saying? Which it usually does. When it comes from a woman, 9 times out of 10, it's going to come from the past. When we talked about social media being, me and you talking about being indicative of who you are, that's indicative of how women actually cheat if they are going to cheat. Because getting into something new is an issue for them. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to go backwards. A lot of the reasons that she cheated, she talked about the financial burden being an issue. She talked about him. She said she hadn't been fucked in a while. She just wanted to be treated kind of vulgar. She wanted it was a lot of things that she wanted to go on in the relationship
that she didn't communicate.
But most of it she
get out of the relationship.
But no, the issue wasn't that he wasn't capable. He was stuck in a rut because his business had failed. He was focused on his business, trying to do better for them and her.
And he's not a genie of the lamp.
Right.
So he didn't read her mind.
He didn't want to sell the flesh. But while she's having these problems, she had the answers, but didn't want to talk. She wanted, because her friend said, "Why don't you just talk to him?" She said, "I don't want to have to tell him."
Yeah.
So usually, when a woman cheats, and this happens, and they go through this, "I don't want to have to tell him," we're made differently, right? So if I'm in a relationship with her, right, and I'm having issues with her, right, it's something that she wants me to do, but I don't know it because I'm not telepathic. I can't read her mind. But that might be something that he innately does. You know, let's say she loves kicks. I don't love kicks. He loves kicks. Damn, I want you to get your kick game up, right? But then he automatically rock kicks, fresh kicks every day. So she ain't got to say nothing to him. So now she lusts after him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like it looks like you're in tune with this.
Right. You know what I'm saying? When she could have easily just told me, you know what? I want you to do this X, Y, and Z. And we'd have been good. We could have been solved.
She don't want to have to tell you.
Right. Yeah. But most women don't. So they go back to a place where they know it's solid. She went back to a situation, as women normally do, for somebody who had made themselves up that had already progressed further than where her man was. Long story short, she gets into the situation, so she does the do. But in between that time, her man gets it together. Right? So now now everything is okay. But things only really got better after they spoke. So
yeah.
A lot of times, in my opinion, when we get into why women cheat, it's almost like when we talked about social media and the issues that are really being had is the fact that everybody else knows. You see what everybody else has. You see another man looking good. You see another man being prosperous. You see what you don't have, and so you don't work on what you have. You want it instantly. I remember Chris Rock having a joke that when he was talking about being at the dinner table, and he's like, you know what? She's like, she got to go to the bathroom, and she took her husband with her. Mainly because if that nigga's a good nigga, instead of her finding a good nigga, she wants that good nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the last good nigga on earth. So instead of, they have the man with the potential, as Issa did. All the potential to her. Graduated, had his degree, had an idea. It just hadn't got off the ground yet. But she looks to the left and sees that he's already a made man. When her man has the potential, is on his way to be a made man, and instead of sticking that out, she went and wanted the made man.
On the surface.
On the surface. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And then went and did it. Now, here's my other issue. They're domesticated, right? And usually, women always speak to a financial burden and hardships that normally that I've come to realize that they would have on their own. So if a woman has enough to have her own apartment and her own car, she's going to. Period. If she has the means, she will. But you talked last week about 2 weeks ago about security. You said as long as a woman is secure, then that's all they really want, which is the truth. But usually a woman actually makes the money to be secure, and the issue that she wants, she would already have by herself. But she's always looking for the man to take that burden away. The bills that Issa had, she was going to have regardless because she lived in her own home. He had money coming in. He was getting unemployment, but she didn't have the luxury. Her friends had the luxury, but she wouldn't have had the luxury anyway on her own. So if you can't make it by yourself, then you shouldn't be complaining about it. But usually women need the extra security to have and access the luxury, which kind of in my mind comes from, well, you know how they say my money is your money and your money is our money? Mm-hmm. Well, what does that create? Luxury. I've been in plenty of relationships, maybe somebody else has too, where she had money, you had money, but the most of the money that got spent was going to be your money. And it wasn't even really an option to deal with her money because she had plans for her money. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, just to wrap this up in a bow, why women cheat a lot of times has nothing to do with. I mean, it does have something to do with, because like Blood told him. I don't know if you said, like Blood told him, he said, you know what, you probably ain't fucking her right. You know what I'm saying? And everything you got going on, you tripping, that's on you. You tripping. And he was tripping to a certain extent because he was so stuck in his rut, he couldn't really be a good boyfriend. But when everything around a woman is good and theirs isn't, they usually revert back to something that they know to a specific region is good for them to go to. And in a nutshell, a lot of women go back and do that. So it's not social media that has a woman cheating because it's easier. It's always been that way. Women have always but when they cheated, they always went backward or went to something that they were comfortable with, that they knew they could have. Not always, but more times than not. Tangie.
Oh, yeah, not always, because I know a couple people who they just move forward with somebody they cheat with, you know, so it's not always. It is mostly a woman would probably go back because it's the comfort, and it's just like, I don't have to do all this work. I don't have to do all this explaining. It's just like, you already know. Come on. It's just kind of like that. So I get it, but I don't know. And I don't even watch that show. So you talking to me and you like, spoiler alert. I don't even watch it.
You don't even have a clue. You don't know the characters. Like, for those who've seen it, no.
I don't even watch it. I know she went to King Drew. Shout out to King Drew.
She had a real good dude, a real solid dude. It was a no, Issa Rae's dude, he was solid. No, in the show. Issa Rae's dude in the show, the character. I don't know his name, but
you have a job for several months.
That doesn't make him a bad dude.
What are you doing? You don't want to.
Look, hold on, we can't.
No. That's real life, though.
He went on interviews every day.
This man was solid. Look, he was solid. I don't even know.
I only saw the first episode, but I didn't get solid.
I'm amazed that Don. Look, there, Don needs a mic because Don, you sound like Yvonne, her homegirl or something. Because look. The thing about
okay, can we just think about this here? Okay, you said, I'm not saying he's a completely bad guy. I mean, he isn't cheating, right? But if I come home every day and you're sitting on the couch and you're constantly working on the same project that's having you hit a dead wall and you're not bringing any income in.
This man got a job at Best Buy.
My birthday came around and you didn't have any plans?
He was getting.
Are you kidding me?
This man doesn't. He was broke.
You can't cook.
Who's planning when you're broke?
You can't clean up.
You better get creative.
Clean up.
I get that. Yeah, I agree.
No, at some point, it's like, okay, unemployment only going so far. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And wait. And you're too good to get a job somewhere else?
What you're saying right now. No. I can't even believe it's blasphemy.
No, I ain't seen all season. We talking about beginning to do. I'm just saying.
Okay. Right. One episode in.
Wait. One thing I want to say to Troy, when you were talking about how Issa, she would have had the same struggle without her partner.
Yeah.
And then now that she has this partner, she's still looking at her partner like, I'm still struggling. And I don't think and that's one perspective to look at it, as she looking at her friends to look at the luxury. But it could also be when you have a partner, that's like your helpmate. And so if you have a partner and you're still doing everything by yourself,
right, but I'm in this. If I'm in a relationship with you, if I can help you, that's fine. But I never got in this relationship on the premise to take care of it. I got in this with you because we were good together.
But
we were
ultimately, that's what it leads to. Especially because when you get a partner, you're not just. I mean, some people are trying to get a partner for like a few months, but for the most part, when you have a partner, you're trying to ultimately. The goal is to build.
Right,
if you want to build,
but we know if you're building, if
if I'm building, and you just still sitting here, and I'm just, like,
it's what was going on with him was a different. It wasn't that he had a plan. It wasn't that he didn't have a plan. Because guess what, his job came through. He took another job. Then he got his job, came through. Now he made the money, and they were good. But her damage was already done because she had already did what she needed to do, and then he found out. Now she lost a good man. And see, when I'm talking about usually what happens with the woman, right? So what I'm talking about usually with the woman is instead of dealing with the man, that's good because and let's take her friend for example. She has a friend who was promiscuous as all hell. She found a dude She found the dude that didn't go to college. She's on it. She was on dating sites every day. She was on a dating site that there was a waiting list to get in. Right, so she found a dude that didn't go to college that was great for her, but she just having a good time. He had a job and everything great, but he just didn't go to college. She found that out, and then she got in on that waiting list from the dating site, and she dumped him.
All right, you telling the whole season. Right. I get it. But
no need to watch now.
All right, Detroit. Look, can we? I got my guests right here. I just would like. I would like to just see what you've been here listening patiently. Shell Bailey, you know what I'm saying? And I know this dude's DMs. I actually want to steal his phone so I want to see. Listen to what I'm saying because you cut me off. But listen, I'm saying I know his DMs is on. I know his DMs is on fleek. So I'll just tell you, man, is these women really out here that's from high school, college, you done traveled the world, or they just like, oh my God, you're so amazing. You're so amazing. I want to, what's the situation like in 2016 as far as just like, just in general where the dating scene is, people that's in relationships, they're out of relationships, they kind of doing a little light chat.
I mean, okay, like you like addressing my DM situation.
No, specifically. Let's go to 2016 in general.
I mean, it's cool because I come across. I'm a celebrity, so I come across different messages from various women. Some of them look like they're in very happy relationships, and I'm pretty sure they're more than willing to mix and mingle with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like on social media, you look very happy and married, but like you like getting at me, and she might be somehow. I don't know. It's crazy. So to see that, then there's some old females from like high school or whatever who see I have some things going on, and so they're interested. I can see sometimes from time to time their likes might pick up. I'm like, oh, they might be going through some things right now, so they feeling shell for the moment or whatever it is. And so it's all different types of interactions and flirting that goes on. But we get back to what you all talking about, saying cheating. What's cheating? Everybody knows what cheating is, all right? We all know what cheating is. Like, let's not play that game, all right? You might not necessarily. You should definitely tell your mate what you believe cheating is, so there's no confusion. But, whenever you get those feelings on the inside and you make a move, my man said make a play or whatever it is, you getting some play, whatever the case is, like, in your heart what your intentions are. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And at that moment, you broke the boundary and you cheated. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Exactly. You made that move to get that phone number. Yo, you already done broke the line. Now you didn't go to the max. You know what I'm saying? That ain't max cheating.
Right. You
reached
the wall.
There's degrees to it. There's levels to this.
There's levels to these battles.
Exactly. But that's the first level. And then whenever you go to sex, I mean, come on, you already just
you cross the line.
You blew it all up, and then that's that. So let's not play ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, we know what cheating is.
And what about, I know you also a military brat too. Was there instances where dealing with, I know a lot of dudes go on travel and, you know, have you ever noticed where you see soldiers out on the road?
Yeah, but I can't just give the soldiers a pass, even though I know they were fighting for our country. I know a lot of soldiers that get it popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was in Iraq and they was finding some Iraqis strange to get involved with.
They weren't innocent bystanders.
Everybody wasn't Private Ryan sending notes to the white feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let's not do that.
Yeah.
But I definitely saw the wives and the women cheating. You know, Fort Bragg, it's pretty promiscuous Army base over there, or wherever I was at. I mean, but that's just people. Is, you know, whenever your spouse is gone, you get lonely or whatever the case may be. Maybe you feel insecure, whatever the situation is, and so it creates those opportunities. And hopefully, you got a strong relationship that can last.
There was this book. And it's called The Book of Questions, and I'm blanking on the author's name. But there was a question about if cheating or infidelity can lead to deeper trust. If you can get past it, do you feel as though infidelity can lead to deeper trust in a relationship?
If you're talking about trusting somebody because you trust them to be who they are, you know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. If you can get past the fact that they did that because that's something that they wanted to do and that's something they might do again, then you understand that that's their nature and you trust them to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I see it.
But,
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just say yes. Go ahead.
Listen, he said you gotta think about what you're gonna say.
Well,
I look at it as, because I mean, I've done observations and all that, so it's just like if someone is cheating, or if someone is cheating and they decide to move forward, of course they don't want to end up the same way, so now they're working towards finding a new balance. So in order to find a new balance, now you have to unravel everything and identify what went wrong, what went right, so that now you can break the cycle and you won't repeat the same mistakes. So in that sense, it can in fact create a deeper trust level.
Yeah.
From that perspective.
I mean, and also, I mean, whenever things get blown up, and then, because a lot of times, like you saying, like, old girl in the show didn't want to talk, a lot of times we don't really want to address our situations. We don't really want to focus on and go head on with them. And so sometimes whenever things get exposed, now we got to come clean and we got to talk, you know what I mean? And so therefore, it can create the conversation that you should have had already that led to this situation. But now you got maybe some more understanding of the person, you know, what they come, you know, you understand why they're cheating or whatever the case is. And then you have to, like, now you got this information, you got this truth. Are you willing to accept them for who they are?
But see, that's what they can potentially be. But see, that's what I'm saying. That breaks down back to the whole beginning of your whole relationship in the first place. When you first meet somebody, if you're really looking for somebody and you ain't really just trying to hit something, you ain't trying to just fuck something. You understand what I'm saying? At that very first moment when you're really interested in finding somebody, y'all both conscious. Y'all both trying to figure out what she about, what he about. Y'all actually care. Y'all communicate. If y'all just trying to have sex, y'all just gonna have sex. Y'all gonna skip every damn thing. You don't know what her favorite color is. You don't know what she like to do. You don't know what she called cheating. You don't know what he called cheating. You don't know certain things. So that's when you get into that situation when you start disliking stuff and you don't want to say nothing because y'all never learn how to communicate in the first place. If y'all know how to communicate in the first place, then y'all can lead to you can't appreciate somebody if y'all never really sat down and had a real conversation. I don't mean like you say, oh, how was your day? And then you start telling everything about your day and you don't ask her how her day was and how you can make it better. You know what I'm saying? You're not really appreciating that person. You're not spending time with that person. Y'all don't learn how to do that. So then when stuff starts happening, you don't know how to communicate it. Like she said, she didn't want to talk about it. She don't want to talk about it. She don't know how to talk about it. She never had to talk about it. Normally, she pick people how they are and they're already how she needs them to be. She didn't sit down and talk to them and say, well, yo, this is what we trying to become. This is what we gonna do. So now she don't believe in it because she wanted to already be there. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you do things. If you get into a business with somebody, if you you get in the business with it. Let's say you got a business partner, and y'all say, well, man, you know what? We're going to make the best ice cream shop. Y'all going to sit down and figure out how y'all going to make the best ice cream shop. You understand what I'm saying? And once y'all figure it out, y'all gonna move towards that. Now, when somebody start feeling like it's not working out, y'all already know how to work together. So he gonna say, hey, man, it'll be way better if we get a sign for this ice cream shop. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the fact that we don't got no sign. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna say, man, bump you. I'm finna go work with this dude. He got a sign at his ice cream shop. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all cool and y'all boys. In this case, if y'all know how to communicate, if somebody really love you, you know what I'm saying, they're going to try to make things work with you. They're going to want to figure out what's wrong. You ain't got to be a mind reader, because now you know how to approach her and ask her what's up. You know how to speak to her, and if she really care about you and you already know how to communicate, she know you're sincere when you ask her what's up, and she going to acknowledge what you. She going to acknowledge that. She going to speak to you. If you don't know how to, if you never show that level of appreciation, that level of love, you never show that to her, she probably don't know how to communicate with you.
Well, I think the other part of the cheating, which can only make you grow stronger, but the reasons why they do it, I think people cheat for compulsions, which don't necessarily come out in the beginning. You know, so which another way of thinking about it are imperfections or weirdness and or fetishes or whatever. There's a lot of things that people carry with them that they like, that they don't feel right about. You know what I'm saying? So you get into this deep situation, and it's like, I know a while ago you talked about shoes. You know what I'm saying? How, like, you know, I'm talking to your fiance, how he you know, he loves shoes. You know what I'm saying? And if he loves shoes so much, and his fiance hated him so much, but he didn't never share the passion and the fervor with her of how deep that runs with him. If another person comes along and they share that same sentiment or that same compulsion, then it'll cause you to cheat and go outside of it, because you can't help that. Right. That's innate. That's built in you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so the reason why I think bonds can be built, because then once you figure out somebody cheated not because they wanted or not had anything to do with you, but something that they couldn't help, almost like drug addictions, because we have those in what we love, like, hate, or are passionate about. And then you sit aside and was like, well, you know, why didn't you tell me that? Well, it's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Or I didn't think you would like me. I didn't think you would accept me. A lot of times people cheat for those reasons, and behind those reasons, I think relationships can get stronger, because then it's like, well, dang, you should have just told me. Because there's a lot of relationships out here that we see that we don't know how they work or why they work. Yeah. But it's only through honesty and acceptance of saying, you know what, I love you, and they were forthright with it.
Communication, man.
Communication.
You gotta communicate.
That's all it is.
Talk.
You
gotta be comfortable with one another.
Yeah, I agree with that, because the time in which I was cheated on, that was kind of to me, I feel like that was part of what the situation was, because I didn't share or express love or passion for music, for what he was doing. And he met this girl that, you know what I mean, she was a singer, you know what I mean, they was spending time together in the studio, they was probably vibing and staring in each other's eyes and stuff, you know what I mean?
Danger.
That's right.
You know, and so that's why when you made the statement about women necessarily going back to somebody that they know, the thought crossed my mind of it doesn't necessarily have to be the case, because it could be somebody new, and that vibe thing happened.
A guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just went back to women. Okay. Women have vibes with people. You know, they have
I'm talking about. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying you were in the relationship.
Yeah, I was in a relationship. And he was the guy.
She was the new. You get what I'm saying?
She was the new. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying I was going back to for him. No, but she was new for him anyway. Right. But she wasn't in a relationship. That's what I'm trying to say, is that her comfort level wasn't in play. His comfort level, a guy is more like, oh, hey, this is a new person, I'm willing to go be adventurous. But like with a woman, is that's what we were speaking to as far as the comfort level. That's what I'm saying. As far as women, it doesn't necessarily have to be a comfort thing, because what creates that comfort is the shared vibe. Oh, okay, I see. Because that becomes comfortable. It doesn't have to be somebody that she knew already. That's all I was saying. But she wasn't cheating. She was the cheater. Not her. We're not talking about her. I'm talking about just separate women. I don't, because I don't know her story. It's irrelevant. But I'm just saying, other women.
Stepchild, let us know what you got coming up, what you got out, where they can find you. All
right, man. Stepchild State of Mind be coming out early 2017. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you would like to find music. You can go there and you can download it. Be on the lookout for that. We got a few other things coming up soon. We got a website launching called iMy Sound. It's pretty much for anybody who's into, I would say, entertainment, mainly music. It's a place for us to skip all of the Instagram and how many likes you got and how many followers you got and all that other kind of nonsense. If you're really dope, you're just dope. I'm getting tired of running into people that's dope and they got like 150 people following them just because they can't get attention. I'm trying to separate the popularity from people that's actually good at what they do and people can actually network and actually make some real coin. So that's what it's all about. That's what we're doing right now, man. You know, we're just gonna stay working. So.
What's up, Sheldon?
Yo, Shell Bailey, we got Crazy Joey. The album is out, man. You can get that on CD, baby. Everything else will be live on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, everywhere pretty much Wednesday. Golden Eagle is still out and pushing and pumping too, man. So we got the 2 projects right now. You should go cop those. Game Shakers, season 2 is on Fleek right now. Saturday nights, the numbers is going up. Number 2.
On Nickelodeon.
Yeah, man. Number 2 program in the country for kids in that demographic, man. Number 2 slot coming from number 1. Thank you for the applause on that. Appreciate it. And I'm just working, hustling every day, man. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't on set, I'm in the studio, I'm auditioning, just putting it in.
Just came out here from New York, huh?
Yeah, I just flew in New York this morning, had an audition. That went well. We did some radio. Thank you. We did some radio promo in New York, pushing Crazy Joey, the album. Oh, and I'm the musical guest at TMI Hollywood this Sunday, so that'll be dope. Yeah. Oh, and you want us supposed to?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yo, we got.
We'll get there.
Okay,
Charles.
All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. That's it.
Tangy.
I like this conversation. It just made me think of this quote: "When a woman stops loving herself, then the world is led to destruction."
Whose quote is that?
Mine.
Amen.
He's like, this just popped in my head.
The Akila Trinae.
All I want to say is that this Thursday is December 1st, which is World AIDS Day. So just make sure that you go and get tested if you haven't already.
And wear red.
And wear some condoms.
That's right.
I thought you was going to say that.
BET said wrap it up. Look, man.
Speaking of wrapping it up, Don is looking at us like it's that time.
Cheating could be as simple as being on the wrong page at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And for
you said the wrong. What did you say? Hold on. What? Hold on. I just missed what you just said. What?
You got to watch the playback.
Okay.
That's simple, man.
Sorry. Sheesh.
Some kind of sense to me.
You know, lust ain't right, but it ain't necessarily wrong either. You know, it's something that you gotta do within your own family and make sure it's homegrown. All right, you're messing me up. You know what?
Yo,
this is Love Sessions. You know, from Stepchild. You mess up my damn poem. Tangy, Charles Handy, Akila Trinae, Engineer Don, this lady in the back, Sugarfoot.
Shout out to Sugarfoot.
We about to get up out of here. I am Doncho Detroit. Charles Handy, cue us up. It's Joey.
Yeah, man, it's the title track, Joey, from the Crazy Joey album, Shell Bailey. Let's get it in.
Joey, why they have to come and blow you away? Why they have to come and blow you away? Joey, why they have to come and blow you away? Why they have to come and blow you away? Joey, somewhere between the police and the mob, somewhere between the rock and doing wrong, somewhere shaking dice, slaughtering men like mice, slight price, catch a body for cheap in these New York streets. Don't play 'em for cheap, don't be cheap, put your dollars on the ground, shake 'em, throw 'em around. In Vegas, beautiful women blow mice. Once upon a time, I did a time, a beast with mine. From BK to Attica, body snatching amateurs, back spinning in the corridors, down by the projects, mad respect. Couple soldiers with me, my brothers, full holsters for the vultures. Keep it on the tuck or right by the nuts. I ain't crazy, I just keep guts. Far from a Harvard student, I just had the balls to do it. Joey, why they have to come and blow you away? Why they have to come and blow you away? Joey, why they have to come and blow you away? Why they have to come and blow you away? Joey, ain't no shook hands in Crookland. Not too many shucking, but many get tucking, not looking. Even your goombas got green eyes. Predators always out for prey. One day they just might look your way. They sure may, but keep that toaster, serve them up gourmet. Then head uptown and parlay, yeah, the fly soiree. Hit the club like it's my birthday. Like it's my birthday. Throw back drinks because we thirsty. We turn up on a Tuesday or a Thursday every day. I beat them boys on that dice early. They weren't happy. I load the dice nice. I should lay low, be wise, I be wildin'. My hair got a price. Them boys' fingers itchy like lice. I welcome death, I walk the line. Joey, why they have to come and blow you away? Why they have to come and blow you away? Joey, why they have to come and blow you away? Why they have to come and blow you away? Joey, my father bred me in mind.